Hi guys, it is virtually impossible to get your hands on an Hermes bag. Apparently you have to play the game, you have to go on a journey, you have to do the pre-spend. It is ridiculous how hard it is to get your hands on an Hermes bag. However, I have managed to do it many times over the last few years. So take it from me that it isn't as hard as you think. Plus, wait for later, I'm going to tell you the number one tip to get a bag, an Hermes bag, direct from store before anybody else. Let's get going. If you are anything like me, you will love an Hermes bag. I love many of them, and I would love to add more to my collection, but I do not live near an Hermes store. And even if I did, it still wouldn't be that easy. However, I do have a little bit of experience in this because I have had many Hermes bags over the years. And I had to write a list because I was planning this video and I thought, how many bags have I actually been offered direct from store over the years? And yeah, it was more than I remembered. So I have on 16 occasions been offered a bag from Hermes. 16 occasions, and on those 16 occasions I've been offered 20 bags because a couple of those times I had a choice of ones I could choose from. And so yeah, I do have a little bit of experience of this. Granted, most of these were quota bags, and that is where the difficulty lies, but some of these were non-quota bags as well. And let's just rewind a little bit, guys. So I did a video not long ago where I revealed my gorgeous Picotin. So this is the Picotin 22, and I managed to pick this up in Hermes in Paris. Now, when I revealed this, I got quite a few comments on my video saying that isn't impossible, because I think I'd said in my video that it is virtually impossible to be able to get a Picotin, particularly in Paris, walking in, no appointment, all of that. And I had so many people that said, that's nothing. You can just get a Picotin online. It's so easy. You can get them online. And I did say in my video, and I've also said in the comments, it is virtually impossible to get anything online as well. You're never going to get a quota bag online, so let's just put that to bed. But the other bags, something like the Picotin, or the Evelyn, this is the Evelyn 29, apparently it is very easy to get them online. Well, it isn't, because I have tried, and whether you're in the UK, whether you're in the USA, I think the only way that you can find something online is to be looking at the Hermes website every 2 minutes, and hopefully something comes up and then it disappears like that. So I have heard that you can literally be literally scrolling and stalking the website, and you can be lucky, and then 2 seconds later actually it's out of stock. So I'm gonna let you into a little secret, because there is a way to bypass all of this. Guys, you're not going to believe this. So when I talked about this in my previous video, how hard it is to get anything online in the bag section of Hermes, I was approached by a company. And so I'd like to introduce to you Shengsho, because they are sponsoring this segment of my video. So Shengsho reached out to me and they said, do you know about our service? And I didn't. And I want to share it with you guys because it could be an absolute game changer. It really could. So Shengsho are an Hermes online bag drop alert service. And I know that sounds a mouthful, but just hear that again. Bag drop alert service for Hermes online. So I thought, I'm going to put this to the test. Before I agree to the collaboration, I'm going to put this to the test and just see what you get. So this is a subscription notification service. Let me explain how this works, because this is just, honestly guys, this is going to save you so much time. No more stalking of the website, because basically you'll go on into the Shengsho website and you can first of all make sure that you put your country, because it has to be shipped in your country, because Hermes are not going to ship abroad. So there's no point stalking, like for us in the UK, there's no point stalking the USA website. So make sure that you sign up for your country. You can go in and you can select the bags that you are interested in of when they come into stock, because as we know, and I've seen this, a lot of people in my comments have said this, so I know this is absolute fact, that you can be stalking the website, you can actually be lucky and a bag like the Evelyn 29 comes up and you think, quick, click, click, click. And before you have managed to even set up a profile and check out, it's out of stock, because they literally will put 1 or 2 in stock and they're gone. So this service gets you in early. As soon as the bag drops, you will get a notification. It sends you direct to that link, not to, oh, just bags in general and you have to find it. It takes you straight to that item that you have actually put in when it comes into stock. If you already have a profile, it will, you're straight through, and you can literally buy, add to cart, buy it, you're in. So it just means you don't have to stalk it yourself. You will get the alert and you can act immediately. So if you don't have a profile on Hermes Online already, I suggest you get one, because that way, as soon as the alert comes through, you can just go straight through. You're not waiting, setting up a profile, because until you've bought it, obviously they can go out of stock whenever, can't they? So this just gives you an early in. And so it's just fabulous. So I've had a look through I've set up quite a few different alerts, and I'm just going to share with you the ones that have come up just in the last week. So the most recent one that's come up, which has actually come up today as I'm filming this, is the Evelyn 29 bag in black, Clement's leather, but this one's with gold hardware, but the one that has come up is silver hardware. So that is there, £2,900. There is also, you will not believe what came up online. If only I had the money at the moment, I would have been straight on this. A Kelly to go wallet in gold with silver hardware. Honestly, £5,150, and I know that's a heck of a lot of money, but we know that anything Kelly-esque, I'm amazed that this has come up online. But I think it is because it's classed as a wallet, it's classed as a leather, like a small leather good. But anyway, that came up online, so I could have, and I did go through, and some of these, I'll show you a screenshot of some of these. I did go through and add to basket, and I could have bought it. I just don't have the funds right now. So yeah, otherwise I would have been straight on that one. I also put an alert for a garden party in the 30 size, because I'm getting a little bit obsessed with the garden party. I think it'd just be a really easy, cool bag. And yeah, an alert came up for that. But yeah, garden party 30, that came into stock. I also put an alert for a Calvi duo. Now I have a Calvi. Let me just grab it. I have a Calvi. This is my Calvi card holder. But this is I won't show you too many things inside, but this is just the normal one. I use this every single day. But I've also seen the duo one, which has the extra sort of little pouch clipped area inside. And yeah, I thought they'd be really, really nice to have one of those. Anyway, as I say, I can't buy anything at the minute, but one of those has come up for sale, £460. So they are so hard to get. They are really hard to get. I also put an alert for the new Archon bag, because I've talked about this in another video. I'm just interested in it. I had no idea the price of this, so I got an alert for that. This was on Friday. We are now 2 days later as I'm filming this, so I could have bought it on Friday. So this is the Petite Archon bag in the colour gold, and it's £3,790. But if I click on this now, unfortunately this product is no longer available. So it was available on Friday. By Sunday it's gone, and it had probably gone later on Friday, to be fair. I've only just looked again now. So it just shows you that this does work. And I'm just going to show you this one. I also got an alert. I put an alert for picketing. Now I don't need a picketing. I don't want a picketing because I already have my picketing. But I wanted to show you guys, and I also wanted to prove to myself, because in my comments when I said how hard this was to get, quite a few people said they do come online. I have never ever, I'm not joking, I have never ever seen a picketing on the UK website. And yes, I don't stalk it every day, and so I'm sure some of you will say that you have seen one. I've never ever seen one available. I've seen an odd Evelyn come up in a funny colour or something like that. But other than that, the UK website, there isn't hardly anything that comes up. So anyway, so I put an alert for the Picotin 22, and again on Friday I got an alert through that there was a Picotin 22 available, and again that is now sold, but that was in the colour biscuit. So yeah, it does show that they do come up online, but you have to be quick. So I'm just going to go onto the Hermes website right now as I'm filming this, and I'm going to show you the bags that are on the Hermes website right now in the UK, so we can see, if you didn't have this alert service, what you could buy today. So let's have a look. They all say unavailable. There's an In the Loop 23 bag, unavailable, an Hermes Depechette pouch, an Archon Slim bag, unavailable. There's a Ruli mini bag. There's a Della Calavera Elan bag. These are all unavailable. Let's have a look. There's a Garden Party, a small one, unavailable. Gypsy Air. All of these, you can see, guys, they all say unavailable. Unavailable, 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 right down. Other than some of the straps, everything on here, literally everything says unavailable. So that, oh, there's an Archon bag. Let's have a look. Actually, there is one Archon bag. Let's try and add it to cart. View cart. Okay, there is one bag available in Cray, an Archon Slim bag. It's not what I would choose or anything like that, but out of all of those, out of everything on the website right now, there is one bag available, and it's slightly obscure, and it's not one of the, it's not a Picotin, it's not an Evelyn, it's not a Ruli, it's not any one of those. So a Garden Party, all of them are unavailable. So it just shows that this alert service does work. So if you are like me and you do not live near store, and you do not want to go in and have to play a game and get to know some of the sales associates, and you definitely don't want to be doing the pre-spending in order to be offered a bag like the Evelyn or the Picotin, and you would just like to be able to buy one online like a normal person would do, then this is the answer. So I will put all of the details of Shengsho in my description box below. There is a promo code that is, I'll put it on here, WILD5, and that gives you $5 off your first subscription. However, before you do that, go and get a free trial. You can get a 7-day free trial. So either go on their website, or all the details will be in the description box, but you can DM them on Instagram, and anybody can ask for a free 7-day trial. And that might be all you need to get the bag that you want. So anyway, I suggest that you do it, because honestly, the bags that I could have bought in the last week, and I have told you on my previous videos, it is impossible. Well, this is a way around it, so get on it. But I am going to share with you guys all of the bags that I have been offered over the years, because as I was planning this video, I just wrote them all down, and I thought, there is a lot. So I have been offered an Evelyn 29 in the Cellier version in Gris Tan. And that was the first thing that I was ever offered. And that was the first day I ever walked into an Hermes store in London. And I turned it down. I didn't like the Cellier. It was Epsom leather. It was really stiff. For me, the Evelyn is beautiful in Clemence. It is a messenger style. I wanted it to be casual. It felt too stiff and structured for a messenger bag. I'm going to run through these really quickly. I've been offered a Kelly 28 in Itan in Togo leather. I was offered a Birkin 30 in blue, which is down here, and I had a choice of that or gold, and I chose the blue Onk, which is just beautiful. A Kelly 28 in black in Togo leather. Birkin 30 in geranium, which was a beautiful red, but it just wasn't for me, so I turned that one down. A Birkin 30 in a taupe, which I did get. Birkin 35 in black, which is up there somewhere. I also was offered a Constance 24 in black with lizard hardware, and I turned it down. I didn't want lizard hardware. I was then offered immediately after, pretty much a couple of weeks after, the actual one that I wanted, which was the Constance 24, but in black with gold hardware. I subsequently sold that one. I did, but I ended up getting, where is it? Where's my gorgeous bag? I ended up getting this one. So this is further down the list because I did end up with the Constance 18. Anyway, so that was the Constance 24, Birkin 25 in Rouge Grenat, which is over here. So over here somewhere. I was also, I can't believe this, I was also offered a Cellier Birkin, and it was the one that's half and half, and it had, I can't even remember the colours, it was something like biscuit and chai, or so, I cannot remember, but it was 2 shades of beige, and yeah, I didn't like it, so I said no, and that is so sought after. Anyway, I turned it down. I didn't like it, and I suppose that is the rule in my head. If you don't like it, you don't buy it. I also was offered and bought an Evelyn 29 in gold in New York City, and then my Evelyn here in black in the 29 size, the Constance 18, which is with the brushed gold hardware, and my Picatinny 22 in the gold hardware. And at that point, when I was offered the Picatinny 22, that was in Paris. I was also offered black with palladium, or I was offered the gold, which is like the tan colour. I think that was with palladium hardware, I think. And then the other one that he didn't bring up, but he said I could have, was also a bright red, like a lipstick red, he said. So I've been offered 20 bags over 16 occasions. Also, sorry, no, the last one was a Birkin 35 that when I went in and he said, this is ages ago, it's further up the list, and he said, I have Birkin 35s. I'd gone in to buy some earrings, and he just said on the way out, I have some 35s if you want one. And I said, no, thank you. I have my one Birkin 35, which is here, and that is the only 35 I need because it is too big, too heavy. It's not for me. But yeah, so that's 20 bags anyway. But all of those, I've had to go into store. I've had to make the effort. I've had to travel down. I've had to hopefully be in London anyway for most of these. Most of these are in London. So it is not that easy. And that is over 8 years or so. So I promise you, when people say it is easy to get an Hermes bag, it isn't. It is incredibly difficult. But this is one way around it. And yes, they're not quota bags, but there are a lot of unbelievable bags on there. So yeah, I still can't believe there's a Kelly to go on the website. Anyway, it went like that. So there we have it. Anyway, thank you again to Shengsho for sponsoring a segment of my video, and let me know, guys, if you sign up. I would love to know what you managed to get. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.